So this is the cylinder stat that we removed, and this is your average setup of a cylinder stat with your two files. One is overheat, high limit, and the other one is actual cylinder temperature. Okay, so in here we've got the two thermostat controls. This is your high limit stat, which will pop out if it's overheated and cut the power. This is your thermostat. So how it works is you get your common coming into here, which actually says common on this one. Obviously earth is earth, but this blue one isn't neutral. This is where it gets complicated. So this common comes in here, and if there is power, because it's not overheated, let me get my my tester and I'll show you. So we've got common coming in from the left here, and then if this hasn't overheated, there should be power out to this blue one here, and there's continuity tested. Okay, so it's coming out this blue one, which then sends that power like a flow. So this valve's open through into the flow of this one. Okay, so this becomes our new common on this knob here. Now we're on 0 at the moment, as low as it will go, which means if you're on a Y plan 3-port or a situation where you need hot water off, it will send the current down, hot water off. And then when you have demand for hot water, it stops saying hot water off and then sends the power down, hot water on here, which then will send power down the switch live to the brown on the zone valve, which will open the zone valve until it's satisfied again. And of course it cuts the power and then sends the power back down to power off. Now, we don't need the thermostat, we want the high limit stat. So what we're going to do is, we've got this contact here to this contact here because it's not overheated. So we're going to remove with the screwdriver, pause it, and we're back. So we're going to remove this link here, get rid of that there, and then we're going to get rid of this one here because we don't want anything coming live that by accident. And we're going to take this one here, or either of those, it really doesn't matter, just pick one basically. I'm going to pick one here and take it off if it lets me. There we go. Oh, it's in tight, Grandad. Grandad, it's in tight. How on earth do you even get that out? There we go. Take this one out of here and pop it under here, which then will mean that we've just got the high limit stat going in one cable and back out the other. Now all we need to do is find out which one of these cables is connected to which one of these cables. So we'll leave that propped up on there, and then we'll test each one of these. That was lucky, wasn't it? Nothing. Right, so these two, one is on the left, the common, and the other one is on the right. So because we've got a link through the both, it's this one and this one. No, this one. There we go. So we'll chop off that one, because that is the one we do not need. That is the one. This is not connected to anything. We'll keep the earth just for fun. And then we can also chop off this one at the other end here, because this one is also not doing anything. Now obviously this one's pre-wired, and if you were wiring this yourself, then that is how you would want to wire. Where's my posi one gone? Stealing screwdrivers off me, there.
Stop losing them.
There we go. So we'll take this off here. So if you were wiring it in just as a high limit stat, you'd just come into that one and off to that one. Job's a good one. Keep your earth, 2 cables that end with an earth, 2 cables this end with an earth, and let's wire it into a bypass. So in the receiver now, we're just going to take out, this was going down, we've linked our cross from our live and neutral for a constant live into port 2, which would then, when it switches, send power down to switch live, which was port 3. So we've disconnected the wire from port 3, which we've just marked up as another black lead basically, and then we are going to send, and it doesn't really matter which one's which way around because it makes a circuit or it doesn't make a circuit. So we're just going to get ourselves a cheeky little plumber's push fit, Sparky's push fit, their equivalent, and we're going to link the high limit stat to the switch live out, right, and then we're going to replace the power from the high limit stat back to this. So if the high limit stat activates, even though it's sending power down to the high limit stat through port 3, it won't be coming back from the high limit stat. So it comes power to port 3, down to the high limit stat, back from the high limit stat, back down into the switch live for the zone valve. So if that trips because it's too hot, it'll cut the power to the zone valve shuts down. Job is the proverbial good un. Tuck that in there because with the EPH receivers there's a nice little section to the side there that has room, and then we'll pop that back over the contacts. We'll tidy that up. So there you go. All right, pause it again. Oh no, because I can't make the high limit stat trip because it's not high limit. So yeah, doesn't matter. Bye everyone. Thanks. Like, share, follow.